In the Scottish Highlands, near Loch Ness, there's a mythical creature, but it's not a monster. It's a mutant. And her name is Jo Cameron, a 72-year-old retiree with a rare genetic mutation that makes her impervious to pain.
There are many ways people who don't feel pain for various reasons. Mine has nothing to do with nerve endings or nerves. In fact, I'm very, very ticklish. So I've got all the feelings, but I don't get pain.
Six years ago, Cameron went to the hospital for hand surgery, a procedure that generally involves an excruciating recovery period. But when she didn't report any pain whatsoever, her anesthesiologist was baffled.
The thing I remember about that encounter is somebody telling you, no, I don't want any pain relief. You can do the surgery without it.
He obviously thought I was one of those people who on principle would not take painkillers, and he said, you really will, this is going to be really painful.
And to my amazement, Jo did not take any painkillers at all till her discharge. And when I looked at her pain scores noted by the nurses, it was 0 out of 10 throughout.
He said, do you mind if I check your medical records? Because this is a very, very strange occurrence.
And her story got more and more interesting. She had walked out of a car crash at age 8 years with broken collarbones without any pain. She had a hip surgery the year before, and she didn't need any painkillers after the surgery. So that's when I got convinced that here's somebody who is genuine, does not feel pain, and needs to be investigated further.
Dr. Srivastava and a team of researchers analyzed Jo's DNA and discovered that her condition is the result of a mutation on two related genes called Fa and Fa-out. We all have these genes, but hers are missing the component which is responsible for breaking down a chemical in our brains called anandamide, often called the bliss molecule. Anandamide is named after the Sanskrit word for joy, bliss, or happiness. It is a kind of endocannabinoid, named for the plant that led to its discovery, Cannabis sativa, a common strain of marijuana. Because Jo doesn't break down the anandamide, the high concentration in her brain is responsible for her insensitivity to pain, as well as other characteristics: no stress, no fear, and a perpetual good mood.
Because I don't get stressed, I don't get angry, I don't get depressed. I've been very lucky.
Here is somebody who doesn't really suffer from sadness or melancholia as we know it.
This points to a link between emotional and physical pain. And according to Dr. Srivastava, the implications may go even further.
What Jo tells us is that the endocannabinoids have a major role in pain as well as for relieving anxiety. And more interestingly, from the surgical perspective, an accelerated wound healing.
My scars disappear very quickly, really quickly.
Studying Cameron's unique condition could have a profound impact on the future of pain treatment medication. And while her happy, pain-free existence seems enviable, there are downsides as well.
There have been stories of young people who haven't felt pain, and they do something and they die. It's not so much now because my family watch me, and I've got Jim who's brilliant.
I see my role as to look after Jo, but particularly now that I know the situation. But it's nothing compared to how well she's looked after me.
In the Highlands of Scotland, near Loch Ness, there lives a mutant superhero with the potential to heal humanity's pain.